So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now the finish! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Brazil penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Yeah, although that first goal is a welcome boost, they can't afford to ease off now. To do that would simply be inviting danger.
Well read, nice interception. Douglas Luiz. He's tried one! Oh, that's a waste.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Rafinha. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Muscular approach does pay off here. Douglas Luiz. Brazil leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Can he latch on to this? Now it's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. Thiago Silva did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's managed to get free. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Punched away. And now they can spring out of defence. No way through. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Zico. Roberto Carlos. Gilberto Silva. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he's there to retrieve it. Brazil are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Zico. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, this looks sharp. Zico was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well played right into just the goalkeeper. He's had a hit! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller. Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Great hit! Edmilson.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Romario. Edmilson. Rafinha. And here's Romario. Edmilson. And it's Zico. Nicely weighted ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Martinelli, a player who needs no introduction. He can run onto that. Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through, climbs up big! And he gets rid in a hurry.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And he's away. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Marquinhos getting this one clear. Zico.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, easy pickings there. Just 5 minutes left until the break.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
And the shots! Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Gabriel Jesus. Dida.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Couldn't squeeze it through. Gabriel Jesus. And the whistle goes for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And that's the second half started. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is as far as they're going to go. Casemiro puts his foot on the gas. Brazil can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he's being shifted off it. Martinelli. Douglas Luiz. Now it's Rafinha. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Zico. Roberto Carlos gets it clear. Brazil have it back and can go again. Belletti. And the pass is intercepted.
Gabriel Jesus.
Oh, that's...
Gabriel Jesus!
They want to be quick to recover this. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Gabriel Jesus clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That is good alertness. Edmilson. Zico. It's Zico! He's done very well to get to that.
Zico actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 3 coming up. Heads it! Goal! Brazil! And they've got their lead back. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Brazil go into the lead. He's going to be disappointed with that. And he's in on goal!
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
He is through here! Big chance! He's got a goal! A 2-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Brazil take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. And he has a go! Yes! And they are cruising away.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And here's Mbappe. Lovely ball. Now the finish! Marvellous goal!
What a super start. A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That has ended up in no man's land. That pass has been well intercepted. Cabela.
How do you stream like that?
He's going to be disappointed with that. Rafinha. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Julie.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, that's neat. Zico. Brazil do have a chance to counter here. And that is as far as they're going to go. Over to the other side. Koundé. That's a good run down the left. And it's Griezmann. And he's making progress on the ball. An instinctive delivery. Vieira, a player of legendary status.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Zico. Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Can he spark a counter here? Vieira. Now it's Benzema. Oh, well played. He got back really well. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Vinicius Junior, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
I wanna stream too, but I don't know how to stream.
To make something happen.
Has a go! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Just from PS5, my friend.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Griezmann. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cabela. Oh, this looks sharp. Picked out brilliantly. Julie! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
There's the header. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Fabinho gets it away. 15 minutes till half-time. Griezmann. Gabriel. Fabinho. Linton. Now it's Rafinha. Griezmann.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
It's a pretty loose pass. Griezmann is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He's been picked out. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vinicius Junior, and he's lost his man here. Vinicius Junior! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well, played right into his path. They're urging him to try a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good ball. Can he finish? It's in! And with that goal comes comfort. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Benzema demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
France are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And we hit half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
That pass has been well intercepted. Cafu gets over and intercepts. That's been cut out, well played. Linton, nicely aimed pass. Pressure coming in from all directions. Now it's Mbappe. He has found the way through. Oh, shooting chance! Has another go! Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Griezmann. And now the hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Griezmann actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And that's asking too much of anyone and everyone. Cafu, pass somewhat off target. Griezmann, looking for the runner.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Cabella with the foul.
France couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match, 71 649.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Joelinton. Roberto Carlos. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Cabela.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, that's well spotted. Roberto Carlos. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, what? Hits one! It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's...
Mbappe! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
So, third corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Well timed, excellent interception.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Julie. Mbappe. Great ball if he can get there. Steaming on goalwards.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And it's Benzema. Oh, good. He's got the shot away! Now, who's going to be first to this? Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. 75 minutes played. He won't be happy with that one. He's a sharp little ball here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Julie. Well read, and the danger is averted.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Rafinha! And the lead stays intact, just.
I think he rushed that. He had a bit more time than he realised. He could so easily have equalised there.
France have reclaimed it. And here's Benzema, and he's found a way past. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Julie going full steam ahead down the left flank. Lovely feet. Yeah, they've got that defending done well between them.
France can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Julie. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. This is what good chemistry is all about.
2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Lovely bit of skill. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Brazil were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.
Cher public.
He got lucky.
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so...
Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Oh, played through for the wide man.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Pedri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Zico. Roberto Carlos was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an...
Neymar! He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Gavi, now it's Pedri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Zico. Well-timed, excellent interception. And he's intervened well there.
Great feat, that.
Zico! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodri. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Douglas Luiz. That's very neat. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good ball.
Spain clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next.
It's Roberto Carlos! That's a half-decent try.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
And it's Neymar. Pau Kubasi makes the interception. Oh no, this does not look good. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Interesting ball. And he welcomes it in. Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
It's Roberto Carlos! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
He has found a way through. Neymar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has been cut short. Dani Olmo could try cutting inside here. Dani Olmo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Brazil certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, this looks sharp. Neymar. Dani Olmo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
How Kubasi gets over and intercepts. Yamal. Neymar. Dani Olmo spots it and intercepts. And Shufati. Elustondo. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now then, the ball's come loose. Neymar. Elustondo tries to clear. Yamal has created one goal already. Gavi looking to run onto it. He can run onto that. He's had a hit! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Kubasi. And that is a little undercooked. Couldn't squeeze it through. Elustondo. Pedri. Gilberto Silva. And he was quick to react. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Brazil with the corner, they're first. Quality ball. Spain are looking to go forward now. Neymar. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Neymar. Brazil still chasing a one-goal deficit here. And the pass is intercepted. Yamal. And it's Neymar. Picked out brilliantly. Zico has a goal! Goal! Brazil! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Neymar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a shade optimistic. Douglas Luiz. Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. And it's Neymar. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Brazil merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Spain have got it back and they'll have another go. Zico stood up well to him there. Pau Kubasi cuts it out. Oh, good-looking ball. He won't be happy with that one. Dani Olmo. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Pedri into the last 5 minutes. Gavi carries the ball down the right. Has a look and plays it forward.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
And the shot! Zico! Glorious! And that may just do it! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Gilberto Silva. Now Eder Militao. Now who's going to be first to this? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. They needed to win, and they have won. It is... So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So we're up and running. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Molina with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. It's run loose here. And here's Neymar. He's got the shot away! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Kaka! And yes, it's there! Two, and we've barely begun here.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Brazil are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Can he spark a counter here? Good running, strong and purposeful. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. No, that's been intercepted. Romero getting this one clear. McAllister spots it and intercepts. Great ball, and he's in here. And he's only too happy to take that back. Brazil are already cruising here. 2-0, a fabulous start. Rafinha. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rafinha. Now it's Joe Linton. Kaká. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Oh well.
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash. And no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming, or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. Oh, smashing header! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a Çalhanoğlu! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Gullit attempts a clearance. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Van Basten. That is a great pick out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And Gullit! Just off target.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Mateus. Nice bit of trickery. Pavard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Ribéry. Chukwueze. That's a nicely measured pass. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Kvaratskhelia. Pirlo. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Rafael Leao. Oh, there's a probing ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kvaratskhelia. Hernandez. Pirlo. Pavard gets across to intercept that. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Good read, needed to be. Chukwueze. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Çalhanoğlu. Chukwueze. Not the most accurate pass. Just the goalkeeper to beat. They're urging him to shoot.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He gets big! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
And the pass is intercepted. Oh, perfectly measured that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
No, that's been intercepted. Maldini. Chukwueze. Pull it. The message is clear, none shall pass. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Ribery. Chalhanoglu. Oh, what has a goal! Yes! AC Milan are all square. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
That's the throw. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Pavard pops for safety. Costa Curta. That has not gone well.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
Chalhanoglu.
recupero.
That pass isn't the best. There will be a throw-in. Cafu. That is ended up in no man's land. Look at the space here. Kvaratskhelia! They want to be quick to recover this. Ah, good steal. He just read it. And it's half-time here. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change. Inter Milan head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, one each, and the game right on edge. Milan get the ball rolling for the second period.
Inter have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He's a sharp little ball here. Played back in, and he's intervened well there. Aims beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. That's an excellent interception. Ribery. Foot in. Shot could be on. Oh, shapes to shoot! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
And it's Hullet. And here's Chukwueze. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus. Kvaratskhelia. Mateus. Lookman.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he cuts out the supply. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pirlo with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Pavard. It's Ribéry. Mateus. Hernandez. Lookman. Dida catches it safely. Mateus cuts out the pass. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's shifting through the gears here. Hullet. Hernandez has it out wide and in space. Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? Rijkaard.
Inter showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just...
Can he put it away? Really well taken goal. 2 up and threatening to pull clear. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Listen, it's up to them now how they think about it from here, because for me it's crying out for them to force the issue.
And the keeper's given it. Lookman! No, that wasn't kidding anyone.
Lookman might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
Now it's Van Basten. In with the challenge. Costa Curta is the guilty party there. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Rijkaard. Played out to the right. Isaacson. 75 minutes played. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Moved on forwards. And he's forced to go back. Ribéry. Hernandez. Not the most convincing of passes. Candreva. Oh, easy pickings there. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he latch on to this? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
This their second corner of the game. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Corner number 3 coming up. That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Basten kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He is through here. Now it's Chukwueze. Nice control. And it's Pirlo. Candreva does really well to win the ball there. Mateus. Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now Costa Curta. Isaacson. Mateus.
Ci saranno 3
Ribery.
minuti di recupero.
Costa Curta. Pavard. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now it's Hullet. And he's... And Hullet! Goal! Inter! Deep into injury time! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
2 goals. And that will be it. Inter Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. We have already started here. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. And it's Baggio. Tomori promptly onto that, and that is that. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. Like, being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no-nonsense, but I really like his technique, and again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass, 40, 50, 60 yards.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. That is very well defended. Now it's Del Piero. Just the keeper to beat! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Baggio going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Inzaghi. Could move up a gear here. Nesta. Roberto Baggio. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Del Piero. Oh, that's well spotted.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Oh, super find. Filippo Inzaghi.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pirlo. And he cuts out the supply. Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two.
There's the shot! That's another chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Milan with the corner, there first. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Milan have it back and can go again. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Del Piero. He's through here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And that has been clubbed away. Approaching the half-hour mark. Roberto Baggio. Roberto Baggio! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Pirlo. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Costa Curta. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Filippo Inzaghi. That's Rijkaard. Hernandez.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he put it away? Goal, Inter! And that takes him up to 30. 30 goals for this side.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Roberto Baggio, he's got the shot away! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Roberto Baggio deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
It's Inzaghi! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Milan really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Barella! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. And it's Baggio. And that's a superb pass. Goes down, but nothing given. He's had a hit! And it's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems...
And it's half-time here. So your views on the first half?
Inter just didn't want the half-time whistle to be blown. Convincing and controlled.
And it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. Inter Milan in control at half-time, 2-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. He's gone for goal. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Only partially clear. Oh, the ball's run loose here. This time, surely. Oh, he's been caught napping. Great chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Costa Curta. Oh, that's neat. Chance! Quality ball.
Oh, it's die-hard.
Can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
And it's Del Piero. Del Piero. Keeper's ball. Now it's Roberto Baggio. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Defending of the desperate variety. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Maradona. Nesta. Massaro is on his... Shapes to shoot! Oh, it's gone in! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an...
Inzaghi!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Filippo Inzaghi. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. Milan showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Pirlo. Inter Milan are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like...
Chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They're up to 5 corners now. And that should get the job done. He's tried one! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Now it's Maradona. Del Piero. Del Piero is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And he was alert to it. It's run loose here. Oh, good read. Now who's going to be first to this? Pellegrini. Tries a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Nesta is there, and he can get that clear. Lobotka.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Filippo Inzaghi. Roberto Baggio. He's picked his way through. It's Baggio!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Nesta gets over and intercepts.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Driving forward. Maradona. Oh, great chance! Milan with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. Desperate defending required here. Cleared without hesitation. He's having a go! Oh, yes! It's there! That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least...
He's got tall! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
And that was very necessary. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 3. Numero 28.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come.
Numero 23.
Inter Milan pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has been cut short. Fofana. Ribéry has it out wide and in space. That's a decent clearance. Oh, great play! Hernandez. And here's the chance to counter. Aims beyond the defence, and he cuts out the supply. Inzaghi with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Now that's well seen too. Pirlo, and that interception was most necessary. And the pass is intercepted. Del Piero. That has been slung wide. Climbs up big! Oh, and he's following up! Hernandez. Great ball if he can get there. He has found the way through. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Hernandez. Extra time reaches half-time. Yeah, it is coming down to those last 15 minutes. A truly attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team?
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10. Numero 21. Filippo Inzaghi.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Maldini gets it away. And now they can clear their lines. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Massaro. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that is a nice touch.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, this looks sharp. And that's put paid to a promising move. He's had a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So here comes a substitution. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Fofana, good driving run. Big chance! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Milan complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now. Milan can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Del Piero. That's going to go a long way.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And it's Del Piero. Chukwueze. Chiesa! Chiesa! And he's found the net! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! The final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Now the time for brave hearts and strong minds. Pirlo first in line. And he does it with poise.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Ribery steps up for his penalty. Oh, it's a really good save.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
Inter Milan are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Oh, straight down the middle, and for some, it's too much. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. No! Denied remarkably!
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Del Piero is the third man to step forward. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
He must, but can he? It's in, he's kept them in it.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Fingernails disappearing fast all around us. It is down to him now. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
The margin of error is 0. And stuck away with ice in his veins.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Oh, he saved it!
Well, he felt the goalkeeper outstared him there, which gave him the edge.
Milan are looking to save match point. What poise! What noise! 3-3. A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men. Right in the bottom corner. Some nerve.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive?
That's just emphatic. He knew exactly what he was doing. Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
Through to 7, and we're still going.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over.
Great penalty under pressure. Again, pick the spot. Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper and he guessed wrong.
No winner through 7, on to 8 now. Ah, the keeper's guessed right, but couldn't keep it out. Milan at the point of no return. Dispatched! There will be more of this.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Thuram is 9th in line here.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Milan must score here to stay in it.
Brilliant. Considering the circumstances, brilliant. I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
Well, how about it? Here is their 10th penalty taker. Firm, low, telling.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Milan are looking to save match point.
Great penalty under pressure. Again, pick the spot.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
Dida stares down his opposite number. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did. So we've done a complete round, and still nothing is decided. Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Dispatched! There will be more of this.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Chiesa is engaging in a bit of mind games before stepping up. And in with absolute accuracy.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
He must, but can he? Saved! And there's your hero! Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. We have already started here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance here to counter. Oh, strongly challenged there. He could be in here. Oh, he's in! And the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Yeah, I think for them to get their noses in front away from home is brilliant, but these home fans will demand a response.
Well-timed, excellent interception. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Looking for the runner, Immobile. There's the shot!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Serginho. Lookman. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kaká will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Veron. And that's a throw-in. Xiao. Hernandez. Kaká. Now who's going to be first to this? Totti. Ronaldinho.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, played right into his path. Gullit. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
And they've got rid. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Now it's Gullit. Lookman hits one! No mistake! Inter are back in business!
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
Inter Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And here's Immobile. Well, that pass isn't the best. Inter Milan, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And it's Immobile. It's Immobile! Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
There's the hit! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Gullit stood up well to him there. Inter Milan heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Kaká, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Strong running down that left flank. Lookman. Totti. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, well played. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And he welcomes it in. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Serginho. Filippo Inzaghi, great defending, strong and determined. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's half-time here. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Inter Milan leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It is intriguing to watch and could easily go either way. So off we go once more. Rijkaard. That has been cut short. Immobile. Kaká. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the flag has stayed down. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Serginho. No, that's been intercepted. Rijkaard. And it's Inzaghi. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was... Kaká! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. That is good alertness. Lookman. Inter Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, that's a key interception. Totti. Oh, that's well spotted. Barella. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.300.
That's really well manoeuvred.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's through here. And he's cut it out.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Filippo Inzaghi, and he's found a way, tries a shot! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, they have breathing space. It was a great finish, he put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Looking tidy in possession here. Totti. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Bullet! Oh, that's amazing! A stellar strike from the skipper!
Well, from our impartial perch, you couldn't ask for a more spectacular start to a game. And with the skipper responsible too, it just lends the moment a bit more oomph. And let's hope it carries on in a similar vein.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Inter Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, nicely intercepted. Inter Milan finding their passes. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Defending here is really tight, and he was quick to react. Now then, the ball's come loose. Donadoni could try cutting inside here. Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Big header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Veron is there, and he can get that clear. Serginho. No way through. First quarter of an hour gone. And they're quick to get it back. Roberto Baggio. Defending was strong and firm.
Inter have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Some really good ball movement. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ciao. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has been cut short. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Roberto Baggio.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's picked out the run, and he's managed to get free.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Costa Curta. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Great. Totti is on. Tries a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Totti has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. You have to expect that from everyone now.
Rijkaard. Half an hour played now. Oh, it's Del Piero.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Roberto Baggio. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Donadoni. And it's Baggio. And he welcomes it in. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Serginho. Hullet. Totti. Now there's a fight. He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style. And this is getting better and better. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Can he put it away? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Costa Curta is there to clear. Roberto Baggio. And it's played forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Good read, needed to be. And the pass is intercepted. Bullet. It's a pretty loose pass. That's headed upfield. And that'll be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
And the action is back on the way.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
DiMarco. Pirlo. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. Cannavaro attempts a clearance. Baggio might just make this. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's making a real surge on the left. Now it's Hullet. DiMarco. Roberto Baggio. Pirlo. Driving on and making good progress. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink.
Chance to finish. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's having a go! Roberto Baggio. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay... Totti! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Dumfries. And it's Del Piero. Now DiMarco. Baggio chasing after it. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Cafu. And it's Cannavaro. Del Piero. Now Pirlo. Looking for the run. And back it goes.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Looking for options for movement. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Pirlo. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Donadoni. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Baggio. Serginho. And they can counter here. The less said about that pass, the better. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Totti. Shapes to shoot. And that tested the keeper.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further...
And Hullet! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Hullet just got a little carried away with himself there. He knew he could have clinched it.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Nesta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rijkaard. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Hullet. And it's Del Piero. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, can he get onto this? And they win it back again. Great ball if he can get there. DiMarco did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, played right into his path. Now it's Roberto Baggio. And the shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. There's a player in need of attention here.
Yeah, and I hope for his sake that it's cramp, meaning it'll be a quicker fix.
Well, he is going to soldier on by the looks of it.
Cambio di giocatori.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. Pull it. Oh, perfectly measured that. Now it's Roberto Baggio. He's had a hit! And he's found the net! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Inter Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Tomori. Pirlo. That looks a good ball through. And he's intervened well there. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And time is up. Inter Milan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly...
Thanks to all that joined. Oh well, can't win them all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time. Adios.